share a few words and then bind my house to that of my very good brother, Osman Ayarga, together with our supervising minister, take steps in resolving this menace. When Osman was speaking, he gave us some sort of history about his kindergarten days, where red meant stop, and yellow meant get ready, and green meant go, go, go. And then I realized that some of the drugs were in green instead of red. I don't know if they could project that. I saw them in colors. Some were red, some were white, some are green. So I don't know if he's by any way saying the green ones are allowed and the red ones are only the drugs that meant we should stop. But I mean, he just gave an example because the new trend the devil is using is by, conscientizing the youth to feel that the new way of life is to stick to red. Gone were the days where we started from tramadol abuse, and then there came a time youth started using helmets. They said there was a drug called Rafenol. There was another one called Shocker. And then we moved into another drug called Kush. And then, I know a lot of them, you know. And today, the new drug in town is red. And we're making a fancy out of it. And so let me thank Osman Ayarga for taking this bold step, the CEO of NYA, and together with the supervising minister, for taking steps in helping us resolve this canker. Our fight against galamsey is as important as our fight against red. And most often we feel that we should focus our energies on what is being done in the bush. We should focus our energies on robbery cases on the streets. But the real enemy is in our houses, and the real enemy is on the streets. I'm highly impressed to be here because I'm losing many of my men through drug abuse. And if we don't take steps to resolve the canker, sooner than later, all our future generation will be gone, and there will be no future left for us. Mr. Minister, I don't have to promise you our support because you have directed our support, and we will avail ourselves. I'll be with Osman in the ghettos, I'll be with him on the streets, and the only thing I can assure him is the full support of the 5K men and the 3K women. And when we get there, we shall do the needful. To conclude with, myself, I feel that this is a fight for my future. This is a fight for the youth of this country. And this is a fight for our nation, Ghana. And we shall fight it head on till the last man on drug abuse is salvaged and then brought back to life. I'm here purposely because I'm losing my men. And the truth of the matter is that the street where I come from is getting so disheartening. Find a lot of people on a daily basis going down the drains. And I've told people, and I'll repeat it here, that I know how the devil operates. And I know the devil far better than many people do. Just as we've launched a campaign against red, the devil will metamorphose into another form. I said there on the podium that gone are the days, many years ago, we knew that the only drug that our youth abused was Indian hemp, known as weed. Then we moved into tramadol, moved into shocker, went into kush, came into helmets, went into Rafenol, and so many other products. Today, one of the commonly abused products by women is what they call ecstasy. And I've said that we must block the channel to which this deception keeps getting in the minds of our youth. It's simply about over-impression. And people want to over-impress, especially on bed. And that's where it starts from. A lot of the drug abusers start from people who want to over-impress ladies on bed. And that's the truth. Once they start from there, there are people who feel that when you rely on drugs, you work harder. There are people who feel that when you rely on drugs, you become so smart. And in the end, the results sets it right. I'm saddened that on a daily basis, you find people at marketplaces, on our streets, in different forms, behaving in very funny ways. They are the victims of this, but the true culprits are not the victims. They are the people who bring these drugs in through our borders and sell to our young people. While we fight towards sensitizing our youth against it, we must block the channels to which these drugs come in. And once we do that, we'll get our power. And sadly, a lot of people who import these drugs take part or influence policy making in different forms. And once we don't stop that, we're very difficult to fight it. There was a ban against the importation of tramadol. There was a ban against the abuse of tramadol. Today, very little few people still take tramadol in high quantities. They've moved into different forms. And I think that we must rise up. We must fight. We must face the devil head on. And once we do that, we succeed in our fight against red. So red means stop. And today, we start a fight against red.
Absolutely. Guys, I don't know if you have any Ghanaian men who are stuck at the front line of the war and they want to return home. Their families back are also crying for support. You've read the article. From where you sit, how do you react to this?
We're in talks with our minister and the Foreign Affairs Ministry so we could find amicable ways of salvaging the situation. The truth of the matter is that it's in line with actions of this sort that His Excellency the President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, thought of a very formidable and well-structured work abroad program. I'm told that one of the reasons why the people got there was because they were in search of greener pastures. We can't stop it today. We can't stop it tomorrow. You can't stop Ghanaians from traveling abroad in search of greener pastures. In fact, we talk of brain drain, but the truth of the matter is that brain drain occurs when a lot of your expertise gets out there in an unstructured form where you don't determine where they come back to your country. Other foreign nationals take advantage of our system, and I don't find any reason why we cannot also take advantage of their system. I know Chinese who make so much money from Ghana. I know British who make so much money from Ghana. Ghanaians locally could also take advantage of the system. But when they are taking their true illegal forms, then it results in what has occurred in Russia. I'm told that the people who were taking there, about 14 or so, are at the forefront of the fight. Yes, Ghanaians may be strong. Yes, Ghanaians may be firm. Yes, Ghanaians may be solid. But I don't think that we intend partaking in a fight that's got nothing to do with us. And I sympathize with their families. I sympathize with them. And I mean, we have pledged that things of this sort will not repeat itself. While we fight towards streamlining the system, we are poised towards taking steps in salvaging the situation. And I believe strongly that in the coming days, the government of Ghana will resolve the situation and our men out there will be brought back home safe and sound. In recent past, gold smuggling was on the rise. Over $6 billion worth of gold was smuggled just last year alone. Today, in line with the vision of His Excellency the President, we've brought Góod that will channel all gold activities onto one board, and then it's assayed and then transported into other countries in a well-streamlined form. Human trafficking and human migration is on the rise. And I believe strongly that with this work abroad program, we channel all people onto one pool and then we streamline the situation and take them wherever they want to work, bring them back home to, contribute towards our national development. And so, yes, there are a lot of adverts out there taking people out there and all of people. I've heard a lot of people are even targeting the World Cup. And I've heard a lot of people say that you're quite embabium so that when they go, we will bring them back home safe and sound. And once we streamline the activities of all these private migration agencies, I believe that the issue will be solved and we could take our staff, our people out there in a well-streamlined form, and then we'll not just go out there to work, like I said the other day, but we'll trade in Ghanaian excellence, and that could also boost the tourism sector because people will find out and learn more of the cultures of Ghana. And when we bring them back home, they'll contribute their quota to national development. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe,